Evening, everybody. I'm Butch Stearns, and welcome to Saturday Night Sports Wrap. Now, normally at this time, we'd be taking the next 15 minutes to catch you up on all the action and news from this particular day in sports, thus the name Sports Wrap. But, of course, there are no games right now. However, that doesn't mean we don't have anything to talk about. And, of course, we've now had 5 full days to digest that Tom Brady is no longer a Patriot. Boy, I never thought we'd hear those words, did we? But sadly, it's true. Brady joining the Tampa Bay Buccaneers is all too real. And it was surreal on Friday morning when he posted this image in his kitchen, smiling while signing his new Bucs contract. How did this happen? Why did this happen? What are the Patriots going to be like without Brady? Will you still care as much about them? Will you still root for Brady? Can you do both? Here at Boston 25, we have spent the week talking with former Patriots and others trying to help us deal with this. Here's a look back at the week that was and that we wish never happened.
Tom Brady is leaving the New England Patriots.
The Brady era is over.
Tom Brady Sr. has said flat out, when Bill Belichick is sick of my son, he will get rid of him.
This is just so shocking. So many long faces in the newsroom.
You can't be surprised, but it's stunning.
I'm in shock. I really am. I'm in shock because Tom Brady is an institution, the greatest quarterback of all time, and we just seen the end of an era in New England.
It's bad enough that on St. Patrick's Day in Boston, for sports fans, you can't go get a drink. But now we got to deal with that. Makes me want to throw up in my mouth.
You know, look, there's a reason why he's going to Tampa Bay. For Tom Brady to make a decision to go, lace it up with any organization other than the Pats, a lot of thought went into it. And I think it'll be interesting to see who all joins him down there in the Sunshine State.
To me, it was really simple. If you removed your emotions from it and your attachment to Brady and the delusion that exists with assuming he'd never leave, I could see it easily. Do they want Brady to stay? Sure, but they wanted him for cheap dollars, and he wasn't willing to take that.
Of course, Brady is not the first iconic athlete to leave Boston, and he won't be the last. You decide if looking back at the others makes you feel better or worse. It's hard to think about Tom Brady leaving Boston, but while it is unthinkable, it's not unprecedented. Brady now joins a long list of Boston sports legends who never finished their careers here. Let's start with Bobby Orr, the greatest Bruin of all time, shipped to Chicago. Orr's trade never should have happened. Seeing him in a Blackhawks uniform felt like a bad dream. After 19 and a half seasons, Ray Bourque left Boston and won a cup in Colorado. Nobody ever thought Phil Esposito would be traded, but he was. Espo still ranks second all-time in Bruins goals scored. Bill Russell, Larry Bird, John Havlicek, and most of the greatest Celtics played their entire careers in Boston. Paul Pierce did not, and trading him to the Nets also changed the Celtics' future for the better. Can we really say that now that Brady is leaving? Ted Williams, Yaz, and David Ortiz all finished here, but many of the greatest Red Sox never did, like Pudge Fisk, Roger Clemens, Nomar, Pedro, and Manny. And this guy they named a candy bar after, what was his name? So Tom Brady now joins a long list of great Patriots who left, like Ty Law, Richard Seymour, Mike Vrabel, Vince Wilfork, Willie McGinnis, Adam Vinatieri, Drew Bledsoe, Wes Welker, and others. Seeing those players in other uniforms, strange. Seeing Brady in a new one, that'll be surreal. And if there's one Patriots legend who also knows that surreal feeling of leaving Foxborough unceremoniously, it's Hall of Famer Mike Haynes.
I would have loved to have stayed at New England, but it just didn't work out.
After 7 years as a Patriot, Mike Haynes left Boston because the team wouldn't pay him what he was worth. Mike, did you feel disrespected back then?
I did, to a degree I did, yeah. And I guess because maybe I had envisioned myself retiring as a Patriot and living in New England the rest of my life.
And why wouldn't he have thought that way? As the 5th overall pick in the 1976 draft, Mike was a Pro Bowl cornerback 6 of his 7 years in Foxborough. Like Tom Brady, he was arguably the best player at his position. So how did Mike feel when Brady said goodbye to Boston?
Not good. I actually thought Tom would retire a Patriot, Really surprised that he's not.
While there are many differences between Haynes' Patriots departure and Brady's, one similarity: legacy. 7 years with the Raiders, and still, the Patriots retired Mike's number 40 and inducted him into the team's Hall of Fame. So, Mike, is Brady risking his Boston legacy now?
No way. I just can't see that happening. I have the greatest respect for Tom, and I know he has the greatest respect for Patriot fans.
I don't look at any of what's happened in the past and say that him going somewhere else is going to change my viewpoint of him. I mean, the championships are still there. The rings we won, they're not going anywhere. This doesn't take away, anything from him or his legacy or what he did here in New England. That's all already in the books. That's history.
I will be paying attention to two teams this year. Okay, the Patriots, per usual, and any team that Brady plays for, I will be watching that game from beginning to end. I know you will be doing the same thing. You can't quit Tom Brady. You can't quit him. What are we talking about?
I would absolutely love to see him get to the Super Bowl in Tampa, and he and Belichick, have to shake hands in the middle of the field.